Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the second round of the UzChess Cup 2025. Joining me is my better half, the one and only Amruta Mokal. Hello Amruta, how are you?
Hello, I'm excellent, Sagar. We have Praggnanandhaa versus Vokhidov. Pragg is playing with the white pieces और बहुत attack चल रहा है तो जल्दी जल्दी.
Yeah, let's have the bars first, Amruta, and also a very warm welcome to everyone in the chat. दोस्तों कैसे हो आप? And all of you who are here, the UzChess Cup is happening in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. We have 3 top Indians taking part in this event.
You know what is one amazing thing about the UzChess Cup here for Indians? The time difference is very less. It's only 30 minutes time
Yes.
zone difference, and that really helps.
And there we see Praggnanandhaa on your screen. He's playing against Shamsiddin Vokhidov. And Amruta, this might be a very important game for Pragg because Shamsiddin is someone who is the last seed in this event. And yesterday, Nodirbek Abdusattorov did get the better of him. So today it will be interesting to see if Pragg gets to beat him or what happens.
सब ठीक चल रहा है क्या, by the way, because this is how I see the live stream, not available.
Oh.
So maybe you can check over there if we have the chat going on or not. And
Yes, guys, can you hear us well? Hello, hello. Yes, Amruta, everyone's able to hear us. All is good. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone is
okay,
here.
cool.
So, Amruta, today we are also going to use this as an opportunity to train myself.
Wow.
So, I won't be looking at the engine. I will try to not look at the bar. Although it's right in front of me, it's very difficult to not look at it. I haven't yet seen it. I'm looking at the position, but bar dikh jata hai. You know, it's like if I see the
But
board on the king
at
side.
least that is a good beginning.
Yeah.
बार दिखेगा तो. Yeah.
I have a feeling, Amruta, right now that Praggnanandha's position is very, expansive. He's trying to sort of expand on the king side, and he would love to get in the move f6 now at this point. Actually, it might well work as well because think about it. If black gets the move f6, black might be able to build some kind of a fortress, and it may not be very easy to break through. Although then Pragg will go h4, try to break with his pawns on the king side.
Sounds. I mean, what you suggest f6 as the first move to consider sounds natural, no?
Oh, he
But
goes
Pragg goes
knight
knight
h5.
h5, and he's allowing f6 now.
Actually, Amruta, if we just go back and my analysis
Yeah,
was
let's see that.
f6,
If
knight
knight
takes
f6?
g5. And I wanted to
And
play this
if
way.
at g5, bishop
Bishop
g5, you're
takes.
very happy, no, with the pin.
Oh, yes, because knight g4 is not possible because I take with the queen and my bishop is protected. So, in a way, g5, maybe the idea is to simply move the knight away, knight at 7. And if you take gh, then g6.
Wow, this is
And,
a great defensive idea.
Somehow
actually.
black is very solid.
Absolutely. And if you go queen g4, still you don't have any pressure on these points exactly. But difficult to assess. Like white could get tempted into such things.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
we have, look at this guy, it's Praggnanandhaa with Vokhidov. A big shout out to the UzChess team who have sent such beautiful cameras. I haven't seen such amazing cameras, Amruta, even at world class events across the world, like wherever they are held. So huge up to the UzChess team.
Absolutely. And the beautiful thing, you know what? They are also holding a very important tournament. Guys, do you know which is the most important and critical tournament for the chess world, which is going to be held in Uzbekistan in the coming months?
Yeah, that's a good question, Amruta. Let's see if our chat knows what's happening in the world of chess. And we have, by the way, our chess box. Maybe let me just update. It's Vokhidov.
Oh yes, Vrushali, very aware. Grand Swiss. Grand Prix nahi guys. Grand Swiss.
Where Vidit had won in 2023. He's
Yeah.
the defending champion.
At Isle of Man, if you all remember, we used to, Sagar was over there. Sagar used to have these, kind of vlogs or highlights where he used to walk. from his room to the venue, and it was so cold, and there was this whole beach, ocean kind of a thing on his left side. It was very cold. But हाँ अभी उज्बेकिस्तान में हो रहा है. Oh, in fact, in women's, Vaishali had won. So that was a great event for India.
And by the way, Amruta, on helpchess.org, we have Shreyansh Pandey.
अरे क्या बात है.
Contributed 100 rupees just 26 minutes ago. We have 2415 believers. Amruta, I'm hoping in this tournament we can hit 2500 at the end of the tournament.
2500 तो GM बन जाता है यार.
Yeah, it would be so good to reach a grandmaster level in this tournament. So guys, thank you for all your contribution. Keep it flowing. And also today's aim is to reach 27 lakh 20,000 subscribers. Guys, very ambitious goal we have taken up, because it means 1118 subscribers. मतलब हम लोग तो थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया.
Exactly, so ambitious. Then इतने aims रख रहे हो, तो why don't you also let me know what would be your aims after the stream? How many steps you will walk? How many crunches and how many push-ups, Sagar?
Also, you could ask how many pani puris you will eat, or how many dishes of bhel puri you can eat.
वो सब ऐसे अच्छे अच्छे सवाल है. तुम ऐसे उलझ जाओगे, डांस करोगे, वो सब नहीं पूछूंगी. But yeah, I'll definitely want to know later how many pani puris you can
on the
eat.
board.
But Sagar, G6 he played, attacks the knight here.
Wow.
And
insane, Amruta. I didn't even imagine G6.
yes, everything is hanging.
I mean,
तू calculate कर.
Why not F6?
यहाँ पे F6.
I think F6 he just felt like H4, G4. H4, G5 will come up slowly, and I think Vokhidov was like, instead of getting under this slow pressure.
But Sagar, normally when the white is attacking on the flank side, generally what we say is black should consider breaking and exploding in the center. So was D5 not a problem here? Because there's also a pin there.
But Amruta, you don't have enough control. I can take ED, CD and Bishop D5 check, and you just lost a pawn.
कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. The bishop on A6 is just a ghost. Okay, so G6, what kind of a move is this? No fear, yeah?
No,
I mean, first question, what will you start calculating with, Sagar?
I think one of my first points here is bishop takes H6, because, if you take my knight, I'll take your rook, and then knight takes F8 perhaps. And maybe I have to assess that position. How is that?
How is that? करो ना फिर. Maybe का कुछ सवाल ही नहीं बनता है. Until that point, Dennis says, since I started streaming on ChessBase, I have really improved my chess. Hello. Thank you so much. Love from Kenya. Ooh,
Thank
nice.
you, Dennis. Thank you so much. But Amruta, bishop at so my calculator.
So I didn't make the move because you will get to know the bar.
Bishop
so
at 6.
That's why.
Yeah. Bishop
What's the assessment?
You can make it. I am closing my eyes. Bishop at 6. G8.
5.
Bishop F8. Knight F8. And here I want to play GH5, but I'm also tempted to play F6 because I block your queen. And then I could have some really good threats with my own queen joining in, maybe with queen D2, queen H6.
And what if I stop your queen from joining in with H4?
Yeah, I mean H4 is not a big deal, right? I can go knight H5.
अरे knight गया.
Sorry, knight गया, हाँ. But then I go queen D2.
And you want to go enter here with
queen
some
H6.
mating nets and knight G6?
Yeah, knight G6, queen H6, queen F8. Correct. And
what's your assessment here?
I think white should be really doing well, because also.
And may I shock you?
No, black has knight F4 coming. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
No, otherwise also black is doing completely fine.
Yeah.
I think what changed, is over here, bishop F8. Here, can you find a better move, Sagar?
Oh my god.
Here.
Do you think that here I can go? Let's ask our chat also.
Yes, why not? Guys, you have to find a only move with the white pieces here.
You can train with me, because I have to use my time well. Guys, I'm all the time busy doing some stuff. There's no time to train. I have a match coming up with Levi Rosman Yesterday I went to his stream as well on his channel. We spoke about the match. I was a bit worried. He said he will surprise me with some opening preparation. So, all of these things, Amruta, I have to get into some action.
Absolutely. I'm loving this that you're trying to calculate. And of course, blindfold is very difficult because you are thinking on a position which you just saw, not even you're immersed into it yet.
Yeah,
So,
but
good
Amruta,
try.
F6 by most of them. Most of them suggest pushing the pawn.
You give
Few
me
of
the-
them G5 they have suggested.
Okay, but what is your move, Sagar?
Yeah.
Okay, one of them. You have to choose one of them. Which one do you like more? And one of them is bad and one of them is good.
Oh, F6, Rook E8. Yeah, I think I would go for G5.
Yeah, G5 is the right move over here because firstly, your threat is Queen H5.
Yes, that was my threat. But if F6, I thought Rook E8 and I'm not really breaking through somehow.
Rook E8, there is still, I think, a problem. White is still happy with G takes H5. But the main problem, a
Maybe I
good
shouldn't
move for Black was to take this and to be okay with this material.
No, I was
Bishop
worried
F8 was
about
never a problem.
Bishop G5, Amruta. I was worried that I will lose my knight there.
Oh, and now your idea.
Guys, let's ask this time. We need 20 people to answer this, guys. Let's
Chalo,
go.
chalo.
Black to play. क्या move करोगे? Let's go for it. And meanwhile, has our subscriber count grown? Have we come closer to 27? Oh yes, 27,18900. Guys, 1100 people.
क्या बात
बचे.
है? Super.
And Amruta, there are people who have answered this question.
Oh, and Jaikar also says Sagar used chess quiz for the day sent.
Arre, Jaikar with a UZ chess quiz. Knight G4.
क्या बात है? We have Pranjal, Sendil, Tuna, Chinmay, Jude, Anay, Shashank, Game, Bhavesh and Nimish. Game Rao.
Gamer. So yeah, Amruta, Knight G4 is the problem.
Yeah, and guys, earlier we were looking at the same thing, but the pawn was not on h5, so you don't have Queen G4 this time, and you cannot.
Yeah. Actually, Amruta, so these Bishop H6 a good move or not?
Yes, of course, it's a very good move, but if Pragg decides to
Go for
not
it,
play
Pragg.
that.
Pragg, let's go. Come on.
No, but if he decides to not go for that, he can also simplistically say that, okay, my knight is attacked. I don't mind going back to G3. And in the meantime, you have weakened your pawns here. And you have to decide what to do with H6.
Yeah. But then I think Shamsiddin's idea is Queen H4. Defending the pawn and trying to just sort of, he's happy here.
Yeah, and
So
then
I
he
think-
also wants to bring the knight back to
I
F6.
think the moment is ripe, Amruta,
Yes.
for Pragg to sack here. He has
The iron
37
is
minutes. Opponent has 31 minutes. Should we go to another game?
Let's go. Ajjubai yesterday, guys, won with the black pieces, and today he's playing with the white pieces against Parham Maghsoodloo. And we have Sicilian on the board. Yay! Which one?
खुशी.
Huh?
बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी. Oh, we have Sicilian Taimanov with Queen C7. And by the way, just for our viewers, Amruta, if they can just have a look at these in full screen. Arey, kahan gaye? Ah, yeah, there we have Ajjubai here on our screen. Who is there? He is totally focused.
Oh, generally we don't see Ajjubai looking at the board so much.
Yeah,
So,
I think he's just trying to think about the position and then very soon he'll look away. But okay, Queen C7, this is very well known line.
and you
in
have
the
played this
Sicilian-
with black pieces also, Sagar, right?
Yes, I have
Kabhi
played
to Sicilian.
and got crushed.
A6, and the main idea is to take away the squares of the white knights. A3 here.
A3 is not very common, yeah.
Yeah, it's generally, but we don't know
Stopping
now the
bishop
theory if it has developed a lot.
I mean, the main idea here for white is to play queen up and long castle. But after this, I think Arjun's preparation, if you look at his
Whoa.
time, he has 1 hour 30 minutes. Parham had
But
132.
h4 is amazing. One second,
Amrita,
I'm very
you can
keen
play
on...
h4 in any position.
I know, but I'm just keen to
It's
see.
no longer amazing.
There have been a lot of games, yeah?
It's just
Got
a
it.
normal mode these
Knight
days.
f6, h5.
Look at this. He's even ready to give up a pawn in the center. That's the level of preparation.
Like what? What's the plan? Like you take, the queen takes over here. Yeah, you're gonna go at 6. Development, yeah? Just development
threatening
advantage.
bishop f3.
And if d5, then you have what? Just develop, yeah?
Yeah, long castle.
Insane. This is amazing. h6, e5. Knight goes to e4. And already a lot of exchanges have taken place, in fact. In fact, black should be okay with these
They
exchanges.
generally
But
say in the endgame in Sicilian, black is doing very well because black has the half open c file.
and space generally after 2 pieces are exchanged and he feels better because there's attack. But in such a scenario, Sagar, with the pawn on h5 and d5, it feels more than just a Sicilian. It's a bit too early and there is a lot of space advantage for white. We have to see. And Arjun is prepared. So long castle ke baad, what happened?
Yeah, Amrita, 1 second. I just closed the tab of our chess box. Sorry, I need to open it again.
Okay, blunder ho gaya, but that is fine. Milkshake says, hello sir and ma'am, myself Aryan, I am 17 years old, preparing for JEE. I usually play chess at home and know how the pieces move. I want to become professional. Can you guide me from basic how to start? Oh, before the basics, you have a nice series on chessranga.com where you can search for how to play chess. There is a course and you will find it. And you can also see chess principles, basic principles. It's just 5 minutes ka one video, 4 videos that will also help. And we have
It is
Sagar's,
Amrita's
100
series, basic chess
principles.
Chess principles, basic chess principles, and it is there 4-part series. But yeah, you can check it out.
Yeah, and also Sagar has these 100 episode series with the comedians, which is also good. So yeah, there's a lot of material. You can start with something and then tomorrow again we can meet over here.
Oh, by the way, Amrita, this is beautiful. Bishop b4 played, takes, and we have a draw in Richard Rapport versus Nepo. A quick draw, f6 takes, rook takes, f3 played, e5 is played here. Rook comes to
Parham
g4.
has got out of all the Sagar space problems.
e4 played here and rook to g3. He's attacking the pawn on g7. And now after g5, I was a bit curious if rook f7 made sense here. Maybe it did. But in the game, he preferred g5. Hg taken by Arjun. E takes f3, g takes f3, rook takes f3. And we have reached this position. This is the live board position. And we have to assess who's better. The bar is saying it's completely equal. But I have a feeling that Amrita, Arjun might have some chances. Because if you put your bishop here on d3, this pawn is not going to die anytime soon. And then if you can get your rook in, nothing like it.
But there's no time, I guess, because firstly, right now I know your plan, which is bishop d3, yeah? So that's why, okay, if I go rook c8, you will just move the king, I guess, king d2, because bishop d3 here will be a blunder. Not a blunder, but you will allow...
Yeah, rook takes bishop, pawn takes check, and then take here, and I think black is doing very well.
Because this weakness is closer to the black king. So rook c8 does stop that, but also rook e8 is tempting because I have a threat of check. Now you go bishop, mouse slip ho gaya. Bishop d3,
Yeah.
right?
And now my threat is g7. So you have to play king g7.
Yeah, king g7. And now with white, how do you improve, Sagar? Let's
Yeah,
try to
no,
see practically
not
if
so
you are
easy.
getting any ideas.
I would play king d2 first.
But I always have a check.
King c3.
Ooh, you're going here. Yeah, king is a piece in the endgame. But I also have this pawn.
Yeah.
Let's not forget it.
I think Arjun is not better for sure here. It feels like as if he should be careful somehow.
But wait a second. There's a weakness on a5. a6 is a backward pawn.
It's also a good point in the position, but not such a huge one, but it is.
It's there. If at all, but you have to be slightly careful also with the bishop and the pawn. Looks like it should end in a draw, but dekhte aage kya hoega. And we then have Arvind Chithambaram who is playing an interesting opening happening on the board with the white pieces over there.
Very few moves.
What is this? G3, bishop f5.
He attacks the bishop.
Knight h4
The bishop
immediately.
goes back. And wow.
Crazy. Look at this. This is hanging. e6 takes. Knight c3. And the center control is all with Arvind like insane. Wow, his pawns are just. But e5 was not a good move. That's what the engine says. Because of takes, and queen d7.
Wow. Okay, we've reached this position. First question to my mind is, can we snatch the pawn? I believe we can't. Because after queen takes queen, king takes, there is also the b7 pawn hanging.
So this is what Sagar is showing. Knight e5, queen d7, king d7.
I would long castle first actually here.
But then king c, I might
Maybe
defend it. No?
king c7 bishop. Yeah.
You also have a lot of combinations.
No, but I think I'll take first. Then I'll give you check.
So bishop f4 and now.
Oh, you have knight d3 check, huh?
Yep. Yeah, so you will have to long castle. Actually, it's important to long castle. But then maybe
So
knight
actually,
e5 is possible.
taking the pawn is good, yeah?
Yeah, taking the pawn is best. This is a good move. Maybe when Arvind played here e5, there was a better way to continue. Can you think of a better way to continue?
a4.
Yeah.
Bishop
It's a
a6.
great move. Bishop goes back.
I'm a bit tempted with bishop f1, trying to make my king safe, but maybe it's not needed. Maybe I can just play bishop f4 here. This is g5. Bishop e3, maybe.
Yeah, bishop e3, there's pressure, there's development, and
By the way,
good.
Nodirbek has taken the pawn here, and I believe this game would remain equal because it's a little bit simplified now.
Ooh, by the way, we do have a news that Pragg is winning. So we may have to go there.
Should we go to Pragg?
Because what happened? Did he play after g6? Yeah, we completely forgot. But this one is also going interesting. Wow, that's winning like insane. The whole thing happened. Even the chat had suggested g5. Do you remember?
Yes, Amruta. But the thing is, after bishop h6 takes g5, he played the move
King h8.
king h8. Maybe not the best, yeah, but already it's trouble time. I think I'll just simply take queen takes h5. And maybe
That's a great move.
maybe the idea is rook g8 now. With the idea of taking on g5.
And then how do you continue?
I think h4 looks good. F6 looks good.
Yeah, but what's the best?
Queen f7. That doesn't look good.
By the way, f6 may not be the best because of black blocking here on g6 and then your bishop slightly out of the game. But h4 is good. And apart from that, what's the best move, Sagar? There's the best move, guys, in this position. White to play. Try to think here. What should Pragg play? If this happens, I mean. Rudraksh is saying, hi Sagar, I'm Jagreet Mishra, Delhi number 1 and India number 6 in my category.
Wow.
I'm not able to proceed from 2000.
Chakrit, congratulations. That's very nice to know. And Amruta, one of the moves that I want to make here is G6,
If takes,
FG.
that's a good move. Yes, few of you have found this move. Let's go. Krishna, Mithun, Mandeep, Sendil, Max. Nice move. Simply attacking the knight and there's no problem, yeah, because if the knight moves, then it's over. Like
Yeah,
this
took F6.
takes.
BG5.
Oh, no.
Hey, bishop F8 mate. Oh, he takes queen H5. It's on the board, Amruta.
And rook g8. Okay, now, but g6 ke liye Sagar, look at this.
I
It's
think
the most
G6,
natural
knight
move.
F6. He won't take. He'll play direct knight F6. And now
But
I
the
was
problem is
thinking
bishop
queen
F8
H4.
mate, na?
Queen,
Sorry.
queen H4, I was thinking. And you just can't do anything against these threats. So,
Black is in big trouble. I mean, it's lost. How is it that it's just in the last 3-4 moves, it just landed in like losing position for
yeah.
black?
Shamsiddin actually just completely self-destructed, yeah?
I mean, with g6, no?
Then we
G6
also- we
maybe
didn't see the-
practically it wasn't a good idea that way.
It was English opening, Amruta.
Oh, c4. Oh yeah,
I
this
think
is
Pragg
nice.
just went for the
E4,
attack.
E5 and kind of you go c4
Yeah.
and g3 and bishop g2.
I think creating play
Oh, I
here
like
was
this
important.
very much.
Because if knight, I mean, here you are afraid of f6 stuff, but f6 may be met with g5, and it's very risky. So he didn't play a4 because a4, knight a4, I believe you have bishop c4. This is hanging. So all of this actually should have created some play, but the moment he went g6 takes g5, I think white is just completely winning.
Totally. So Pragg doing it easily right now.
Yeah, he
Also
should
with
win.
Lot of time on the
He
clock.
should win. So maybe it's time now to write that Pragg is winning, but
But
there is a question for all our viewers from Jaikar for the UZ quiz of the day, and let's have that on our screen. Who other than Nodirbek Abdusattorov? I think
won 3 games in the Masters section in 2024. Won 3 games. Which are maximum 3 games, huh? It's not so easy to have decisive games. On the top level. We also have Milkshake who is saying, I have watched How to Start playlist where sir teaches about the board and pieces, but I'm unable to find chess with Ranga. Can you please attach the link?
chessranga.com.
chessranga.com. हाँ बहुत simple है, very simple. But
Amruta,
if any mod, please can share the link. That would be great. And you also had a question of by Jagreet 2000. He's stuck at 2000. So
yeah, it's a very complicated question. I cannot answer it fully here. But did anyone answer this one?
Yakubboev,
No.
Pragg, says Sendil. We have Arpit Gaming Super Chat Sagar Bhai, who is India number 1, Arjun or Gukesh?
Right now, Arjun is India number 1. And the right G6 played by little Praggu. Let's have it on the big screen here.
Oh,
G6.
final moments of the game, guys.
Pragg has pushed his pawn.
You know, the cameras are beautiful. The place is beautiful where they're sitting. The tables are nice. And also the angle.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't understand only the angle. People keep it so low to get the good photos and all. But that is not the only point, right? It has to completely make sense with a good view at one glance. Somehow it is missed. in so many tournaments.
Right, Amruta. And while Amruta talks about her
Yeah.
problems with chess broadcasting,
And
Pragg is like, I don't care, FG6 taken. But I think Pragg is going to simply respond back with takes. Yes, he's taken it. And now Pragg has 32 minutes, 24 minutes for Shamsiddin. What did he play, Amruta, after FG?
Rook B7.
Rook B7. Ah, he brought his rook up. Okay, does Pragg have lesser time? Yeah. Oh, Shamsiddin.
23.
Wow, Shamsiddin has more time. Amazing.
But क्या ही फर्क पड़ेगा ना?
Okay, now let's think, Amruta, what to play here. Let's ask our chat if you want to take the knight. I doubt if taking the knight is the best answer because generally when you take the knight, it doesn't work. Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah, exactly. Rook takes. So
Pin हो गया है.
it's not good. So we shouldn't be greedy here.
So then what will you play? Oh, and Jaikar has said over here who got the right answer. Hans Wikstrom gets it correct.
Wow. Hans Wikstrom has got it correct.
Alexei Sarana.
Other player than Nodirbek Abdusattorov, who has won 3 games in the Masters section in 2024, is Alexei Sarana. Thank you, Jaikar, for this amazing question. He did every single day. He was sending us a question during the Norway chess and now at UzChess also. It's such a nice thing to have him send these questions. So thank you so much, Jaikar, for this.
एक बार एलेक्सी कोचिंग कर रहा था मध्य प्रदेश में, तो उसको थोड़ा लेट हुआ था पहुंचने को, तो उसके स्टूडेंट्स उसको क्या बोले?
सर आओ ना.
सर आना. Rook F7. This is the good move. Pragg finds it on the board over here. बहुत अच्छा था वैसे तो, completely blocking the activity of Rook B7. Now if you take the rook on F7, G takes F7, and the G8 rook, where is it going to go? Because look at this. Actually speaking, the rook is beautifully trapped.
Rook has to go to F8. And now I doubt that taking the rook is any good. Like, why should we take?
तुमको ज्यादा चाहिए. Now Sagar is greedy. So then what will you try the best?
I'm tempted by rook G1 actually.
Rook G1 also good, but best
Rook
best
F1.
2 moves.
Rook F1 seems right. I feel you.
Yes,
just
Rook
hit it.
F1 is very good. Rook F1 is good and Queen G6. These two are the best moves. Rook F7
So
happening on the board.
he takes, and now Pragg is going to take. I mean, Pragg went back somewhere. I don't know where. Ruta, your health is okay.
Mine is okay, but you seem to be having some cough, it seems.
Oh, Rook G7 played. Okay, Amruta, let's calculate this accurately now. If bishop takes rook, king takes, it's not winning on the spot. At least that's what I see. There's no particular winning move. Maybe there is rook G1 here, which is very strong.
And you have to be very careful.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is this so bad?
Blunder ho gaya, guys. Black 2 player.
Oh, knight f3 check.
No, it's a move to consider, but not the best move.
Bishop G1.
And fine, like at least goes on. But there's a
Then maybe
stronger move.
knight e6.
Yep. You simply attack this guy.
Okay. Maybe. Okay, let's try to think, guys. What is our threat here? Knight on c3 is not coming into the game, so it won't play. Bishop on g2 is not coming into the game. Pawn is not queening. The queen on h5 could give a check, queen g4. But then black queen would come in between, queen g5. I mean, king f7, I was thinking I have rook f1. So maybe I should start with rook f1.
Excellent. Amazing. Something which is not working, you start to make it work. Rook f1 is a good move, simply defending this, and now you are threatening queen g4. By the way, you were looking at queen g4 earlier. In case queen g4, you mentioned if king f7,
Rook
then
F1.
you have rook f1. Yeah, that is
But knight
there.
f6.
But you're still not winning here. So that's why queen g4 wasn't the best. Anyway, for black, the best move is to play queen g5.
But Amrita, why to take that rook on g7? Is that compulsory? I can in fact keep it here
Yeah,
and
then the second,
play
you know,
rook f1.
absolutely. This also works directly rook f1. But can I ask you, there is, which one was the another move? Okay, rook f1 is great. Okay, tick mark ho gaya. और एक move थी which is really good, but I find it not possible to find. But can you still try to find it? Ooh, Nightbot is sending hearts in the chat. Array, thank you so much, Nightbot.
Krishna Lahoti says rook f1 is best move in every position. Yeah.
Yeah, now once you understand what is feel of the position.
I think
these
one
things-
of the things you can do is to get this knight into the game. So maybe knight d1, e3 to f5 could be one idea. But it seems slow. Maybe knight a4 could be one possible move.
Ooh, Jaikar, yes, very right. You found it.
What?
Yes, knight a4, you
Whoa.
said. But you were looking at knight d1 also, which is not a good idea. This is slow because black is threatening knight f6 very soon. You might take, but then your queen is hanging, and then once your queen moves, you lose the f7 pawn. Whereas when you go knight a4, Sagar, by the way, you consider it so amazing. What if knight f6 in the same scenario? क्या फर्क है?
Now take on g7. Queen g5 check. King f7, knight c5 maybe. Pawn takes. And okay, I mean, you now go rook f1.
Rook f1.
And the question is, did it make a huge difference?
Yeah, this bishop was
I think
very important piece
e5
for
is
black.
hanging, I guess.
Yeah, sub weak hai. And this bishop is not at all doing anything. So yeah, knight a4 is a great move. But rook f1 is simplest, and Pragg has found rook f1 on the board. Shanti
Queen
se.
f8. Very quickly, Shamsiddin is putting pressure on the clock for Pragg. But I doubt if that's going to put any pressure. Pragg is a seasoned player now, and he knows how to deal with this. I'm actually quite confused. What should be the move in this position for white?
So Sagar, by the way, Arvind has made a mistake, and we will look at that move as well. But these are also the final moments. Where do you want to stay?
No, I just want to see what's the next move and then go there.
Sure. And yes, Rudraksh, because we have taken your question also. He was 2150 when he was 11. Now he's 12 and stuck at 2086. So definitely we'll talk about it in some time.
Okay, one of the things I want to do is bishop takes g7, but I don't need to take it immediately. I want to get like bishop g7, king g7, because you can't take with the queen. f8 queen is coming.
Okay, he took.
He took, yeah, that's correct. So king g7. And now I need to get my rook into the game.
There is one move for white which is insane.
Okay.
Oh my god. I mean, of
Oh
course, there are many moves, but this
God.
one is insane.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is a move which you find and you feel the joy. As I talk about such moves. Wow.
Oh, Pragg is about to make his move. I have not found it.
No,
Oh my
but
God.
there's a simple moves. But come on, you have to find before Pragg finds. Jaldi.
Okay. Oh.
टेंशन आ रहा है?
Yes, yes.
प्रेशर ले लो, टेंशन
Pressure.
मत ले लो. टेंशन इज बैड, प्रेशर
Pressure,
इज गुड.
pressure. H4, I guess. No.
Oh, H4 is the best move.
Oh.
Good.
With the idea of
ये तो
bishop
हो ही
H2.
रहा है.
With the
Yes,
idea of bishop H2.
absolutely. And with the same idea, there is one insane move.
Bishop H1.
ये कैसे सेम आइडिया हो गया?
रुक जी वाली.
अच्छा, नहीं ना, बट इधर बिशप को एक्टिवेट कर रहे हो ना.
Bishop f3.
सर्टिफाइड जीनियस कृष्ण लावती. क्या बात है, you got
H4, let's go Praggu.
H4 is amazing, but Sagar, कितना तालियां बजाओगे? But the move, which was like epic.
Okay, can I tell
Not the
you?
best, not better than H4, but still an idea to, keep in mind when you are attacking. Such ideas are important. You would love your piece to come into the game. And apart from H4, what is a way you can bring it?
Bishop f3.
तो मर रहा है ना.
Queen f7 actually, but yeah.
This diagonal, Sagar.
No way. Knight d5.
Yeah. Crazy.
No way.
Crazy. Look at this. Just giving a whole piece with an idea of bishop e4.
Yeah.
Beautiful tha na?
Shibam says, Sagar, how is your preparation against Levy? This is my preparation, guys. यही preparation है. यहाँ पर you please judge me how I am doing. And Amruta,
But they say that if you judge people, there is no time to love.
don't judge me as a person. Judge my chess. You don't need to love my chess. You can love me as a person.
रजनीकांत से, सागर भाई गर्मी में सर्दी कैसे, नाक बंद कैसे हो गया आपको?
क्या पता यार.
So normally earlier तो बहुत होता था. If he doesn't sleep much, then उसका नाक सर्दी हो जाती थी. I think you need some sleep. Yeah.
Okay, but Amruta, talking about sleeping, should we go to some other game?
How does it connect with sleeping and other game? But yes, we will go to the other game. Maybe we put this because I find this game is going to end in the next 2-3 moves.
No, it won't end. It won't end. So Shamsiddin will try to find it.
Let's look at Arvind because he's made a mistake. That's what people were saying. But I don't think it was any big mistake or something. He took here. Knight check. He allowed this. Oh yeah, he was in trouble. Rook b8. He goes back. Knight b2. And here, Nodirbek Yakubboev actually makes a mistake and takes b2 pawn, which is pretty natural. But क्या खेलना चाहिए था सागर इधर?
Not even sure what to do because I mean, what can be more natural than picking up the pawn? Also, I think if I move my bishop away from b5, then b2 would hang, but b3 is always there. So I'm not very sure what the move should be here, Amruta.
Yeah, the move, basically I think the main idea is to not take b2 because it gives play to white. And let's first understand in what way you are going to get the play. Like white say, what will you play?
Rook b1.
Most natural, you're attacking this guy over here. There is no check with the light square bishop to the dark square king for now.
And also knight c4 is impossible because I take, you take and you lose the rook.
Yes, there is a pin here. So this is a kind of a trouble there. You can't go knight d3 guys because of, what's the move? Very quickly 10 people in the chat.
Bishop c4. Or rook b5 just wins. Yeah.
Yes, rook b5 and then you just have
Is bishop
king d3.
c4 also winning? Yeah.
Yeah, bishop c4
No,
is
no,
actually
knight-
good.
bishop
Yeah,
knight
it's
c4.
also good. Equally
Knight
good.
c4, take.
Over here, so bishop moves back to a6. Samjho.
Did he play? Because he played his move.
Oh, he didn't play rook b1. Oh, why would he not play rook b1?
It's possible. Rook c1. And now maybe Amruta.
नहीं, but एक ही सेकेंड, यहाँ पे जब बिशप a6 आ रहा था तो there is this irritating pin, right? And now it was important to go rook at c1 where you are attacking the c5 pawn with this pin. ठीक है? Maybe he didn't like c4 or what exactly, I don't know, but then a7 is also hanging. He goes directly rook c1, attacking this pawn and asking him what are you going to do? क्योंकि ये question ना, you can't save this pawn, right? Because you can't go rook c8, these two would be hanging on the b
I
file.
can push the pawn actually.
If you go c4, there's always the problem slightly with
But
the a7 in the future, no?
I don't think it's a big problem because I can go Amruta bishop b4 check.
अभी तो ये नहीं मार सकते. It's a bad move.
Yeah, bishop b4 check, king c2.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if we could go for some really interesting moves here.
Which
With-
is? Yeah, simple. Ah.
with
Oh, are you
bishop-
thinking of that?
Bishop a5. I mean, I want to
Bishop
check
a5 is the third engine's best move, but it kind of
I want to
almost...
checkmate you. Actually, one of my checkmate ideas is bishop a5.
Oops.
If rook takes, bishop takes b8, can you take? Bishop takes b8, rook takes b8,
Mm-hmm.
king takes b2, bishop a4. Checkmate. Oh, what?
Wow.
Oh, king a3 is there. Ay.
Almost, Sagar. You know, it's many times everything is about almost. I almost did it. I almost checkmated my opponent. I almost got married. But then at the end, like, no, like people might say that. But
What? No one says I almost got married.
no one, yeah?
Yeah.
But then they kind of... Okay. Oh, we have a member, Sagar. Nacho has become the backup of Indian chess.
Nacho, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nacho. Oh, Pragg did play h4 and Shamsiddin came back with his bishop here to c8. And now Pragg has to decide, Amruta, how to finish this game. Actually, good move because if bishop h3, he wants to play take.
Yeah, that bishop really needed to do something in life. I mean, it was absolutely high time for that bishop to get out of his whatever
Can I
issues.
tell you what could be a great move?
Huh?
Knight a4, bishop a7, c5. Once you close this bishop, next move I go bishop h3 and rook g1 with game over.
Wow, that does look like a great idea. Knight a... Oh, he's gone, Knight a4? No, he's not. Bishop a7,
c5.
c5, classy, d takes
Bishop
c5, bishop h3, bishop takes h3,
king takes.
king h3,
Now rook g1 is unstoppable.
and if I goes... Okay, anyway, it's unstoppable. Like, for example, c4,
Check.
check.
Okay, this is over there. Rook g8 also. No, wait. Rook g. Queen h7 also.
Ah. Great calculation. You are coming in form, Sagar.
No, Amruta, the
Maza
thing is, the problem is if I start with bishop h3, takes king h3, knight e6, then here this square is controlled. So maybe it's...
But tell me something. Can you not go rook if you so badly want to come on the g file? A move like rook f3.
Yeah, but now you are, I think, in trouble after have knight f4 check.
Oh, of course. How did I miss the fork?
But Amruta, the thing is that here knight e6, queen g4 check. I was thinking that the king is safe here, but actually the knight is hanging. So there is no time for it.
But I like the knight a4 and c5 idea.
Yeah, it's
They're
nice.
very
It's
similar.
actually positionally very cool, but I believe Pragg could also go for this very simple exchange, clearing the g1 square for his rook. Let's go to Arjun's game and see what Arjun is up to. So Ajjubai against Parham Maghsoodloo here. Oh, Amruta, a lot of moves have been played in this game. King g7, bishop d3, rook e8. What you said almost happened. Rook d4, rook e7,
Camera gaya.
b3. No, it will come back.
Oh, rook f2 भी हुआ. King c3. Rook f6. You know what is going to happen? At some point, black will give his d pawn, then the bishop will go to e8, and he will win the g pawn. And two rooks versus two rook. Turuk, turuk, turuk. And draw. It will be a draw. So यहाँ पे ज़्यादा कुछ ये नहीं है. Like it's not at all going to land up in any situation where even slight chances of ऊपर नीचे. Huh? Yeah, would you say until the g6 pawn exists?
I have a feeling that black has some very interesting chances if could push the pawn and get the rook active. This is a dangerous passer. So maybe if someone is pushing here, it could be very well Maghsoodloo. Although the position should be equal.
Arjun looks okay still.
Yeah, he looks
I
okay.
don't... Because even this is weak then. बट ठीक है ड्रॉ होएगा बट कैसे होएगा वो देखना पड़ेगा. ओके. Rajanikanth is saying the most interesting match I'm looking forward in this tourney is Pragg versus Sindarov.
Yeah, El Clasico they call it.
Oh, by the way, we have Peter Kavana in the chat.
Oh,
hello everyone, good morning
actually.
From the US. Yes.
Hello, Peter.
It's been
He
a
used
long
to
time.
be a very regular viewer. Good to see you.
क्या बात है?
So right now Arjun's game looks drawish. So should we go back to Pragg?
Yeah, and one second, I just wanted to check Arvind's game for a moment. Rook at c1, yes, bishop e7, and that's a good move. Actually, he does find it right now to not defend this, which was a key thing. You know, even without taking the on b2.
I think Amrita, the main idea, of course, is to get the bishop to this diagonal. Yeah, so if you take bishop c5, I don't know
Bishop
if you
f6.
want to even take.
True.
Yeah. Bishop f6 and the bishop is superb.
That's why rook b1 now doesn't help, right, after bishop e7. And it was such an important move till black didn't have this bishop f6.
True.
But
so
deep. Okay.
Great play by Yakubboev after losing his game yesterday to Arjun in a very quick fashion. And I think Arvind seems to have played his move, Amrita.
Oops.
What did he play here?
No, he's thinking, I think.
But the time is of Yakubboev is going on. Maybe we have to update the video. 1 second.
We'll update
So
and...
guys, there is one feature.
Oh, we also have 5 ChessBiz India gift memberships by Lakshya Narula.
Arey, Lakshya ji, thank you so much. Thank you. And by the way, you can see Arvind Amrita. He's getting a bit nervous. He wants to make his move quickly. He plays Rook a b1. Rook a b1.
But look at this. Who's got? Himang has got the membership.
Arey, Himang bhai in the chat.
Himang is covering the tournament in Mumbai.
Himang Ghosh getting the membership for his good karma that he has done on this channel, writing good messages. Thank you, Himang bhai.
Oh, Rudra Khatri, Siddharth, Leon, Sanjeevani. क्या बात है? Really nice. Sir, Peter Kavana says, good to see you too. I have just graduated college and finished my sprinting career, which took a lot of time.
Sprinting or sprinting?
Sprinting is running, no? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Like
fast
sprint.
running.
Yeah. So good.
But his career is ended.
इतना भागा कि हो गया.
No, I mean,
Forrest
there's nothing to laugh. That's crazy, yeah.
No, if he's writing over here, it means he's saying that he wanted to finish it, kind of. ऐसा भी जॉब देखने वाला रहेगा वो. ठीक है.
Wow, he plays bishop c4, Amrita. I'm loving how Nodirbek Yakubboev is playing this position.
Oh, by the way, Pragg made a mistake. That's what people are saying. I really want to go there,
way.
Sagar, and I want to check it.
No way. Come on, guys. And you know why
Okay, bishop h3 was played.
No, it's the best move. I think it's the
Bishop
best.
takes h3. Rook
Oh,
g1 check.
Checked.
King goes to f6 and rook g8. Ooh, he doesn't even take on h3. He's like, time waste काय को करने का.
टेंशन काय को लेने का. सही बोलता है, सही बोलता है. भेजा क्यों? But Amrita, here's a question to our viewers. What happens if I take the pawn, queen takes f7?
If Queen F7.
Let's ask our viewers, guys, what is White's best move after Queen F7? Maybe it's not so trivial, yeah?
I'm also trying to find it, actually. Yeah, it is simple, no? I thought I was... Looks simple, but let's see if the chat is
You have to
finding
think two
here.
moves ahead.
Oh yeah, I do think many people are finding it.
Yes, Queen H6 is the move, guys. Well done to Sanjeevan, Arijit, Rudra, Anvay, Arihant, Jinal, Shrijan, Manwa, Dipanshu, Mithun. Amruta takes check, king goes back, and you lose the queen.
Yeah, Queen H6. And how many? 16. Not bad. Oh, Rudra says just received an email that I received membership. Wow, crazy. How are you guys? Acha, email bhi aata hai, which is so cool. Astro Pikachu says, I never get anything, man. But you are on number 3. In fact, if we look at the leaderboard right now, Polly is leading with 100 XP points, followed by Max Mado.
Guys,
and
we need
then
5
followed by
subscribers
Astro.
to reach 2719. Let's go for it, guys. 5 unsubscribers, non-subscribers in the chat. Do subscribe. Do like the stream. क्या हुआ?
पानी चाहिए क्या?
नहीं, just आ रहा हूँ. So we have 2 more to go, Amrita. 2 more to go.
क्या 2 more to go?
Subscribers to reach
Oh, 1. अरे we are at 2718999. हो गया सागर. 2719. We are at 2719 rating. Guys, अभी के लिए 2719 किसका रेटिंग है? लाइव रेटिंग्स में और आसपास भी. थैंक यू ऑल फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग. Thank you. Okay. So, Vidit is 2720. ठीक है. फिर तो आज 2720 पहुंचना पड़ेगा. And then maybe we can call Vidit. है ना, सागर? Vidit's rating is 2720.
Oh.
If we reach 2720 subscribers today, it will be nice.
Vidit is on his way from
London?
Yeah, London.
फिर भी कॉल कर सकते हैं ना आप.
Maybe he has internet on the flight. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that would. Okay, नहीं, हेलो. So Rukji 8 हो गया है यहाँ पे. I think Pragg doing it cleanly. Yes, 13 minutes now on the
a
clock.
Big crash on board number 2 between the two Uzbek.
Oh, Sindarov versus Abdusattorov. And the position looks pretty equal, guys. The imbalance, if you look at, is the rook and bishop versus rook and knight. And all of you know which combination is better. I'm guessing all of you 1200 people, yeah? Am I correct? Is there anyone who doesn't know? तो बोलना.
There are 1300 people.
Okay.
By the way, Nodirbek Abdusattorov is looking very smart here today. Do you see? Look at him. He has this nice as a.
He's a different style.
Yeah.
Now. Chess players are slowly, becoming. This is stylish.
Style
Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
Look at him there. Nice. And right now, he was in trouble, right, Amruta, against Sindarov, but it seems like he has wiggled out of it. And while, we generally know how strong Nodirbek is, 27-67, and Sindarov 27-10, there is always a big history when it comes to players from the same country. They will have they would have played with each other when they were young kids, and then from there someone has a plus score. So we're not very sure who has a better score between these two.
Ooh, that's a great question to find out.
Yeah.
Sindarov versus Abdusattorov.
A lot of people, I think, are saying we should go to Arjun game, Amruta. Should we go to Arjubai's game?
Let's go. But Ajju bhai abhi ke liye rook f6 has happened on the board and he's keeping. Oh, now guys, what is the threat of black? Sagar, क्या threat है?
Black's threat?
Hmm.
Wow, what a question, huh? Tough question.
सवाल अच्छे पूछने आना चाहिए, जवाब आएगा नहीं आएगा फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Don't even see it. Do you see it?
अच्छा, but पहले भी था. But yeah, I've been
H5.
looking at it since a long time.
Is it h5?
ऐसा कुछ डायरेक्ट तो नहीं हो रहा है, but for me the point I thought is basically want to keep putting pressure on this pawn, no?
But bishop है ना?
हाँ, तो और लाओ ना pieces. तो bishop f3, bishop h5. What? I mean, I was looking at this.
A tacit draw by Arjun.
Oh, and handshake over there. Let's go. Full screen.
Actually, it was not tacit. I thought that he was going to repeat, but actually it was already twofold repetition had happened. So Ajju by drawing his game, moving to 1.5 out of 2 points, which is not a bad start for him. He would have loved to press more with the white pieces, but I think Parham gave him no chances. And Parham is like, do you want to go and analyze
Yeah,
them?
you know, Parham analyzes for a long time, sometimes for hours also. So
Parham
when-
actually plays 2 tournaments in one.
Yeah,
One is his normal tournament, the other is his analysis tournament.
yeah. So that's when Arjun started analyzing like, okay, let's go. Guys, ऐसे होना चाहिए. Game 1 खेलो, analysis is equal to 10 games. करते रहो.
Okay, so draw for Arjun. We'll update the bar.
So Sagar, you will play maybe one game with Levi for 10 minutes, but then we will be analyzing it for a long duration.
Only if the game is of that quality, Amruta. Otherwise, what will you analyze if you blunder immediately? By the way, this has happened.
अरे, you have to be confident, man.
Yes,
वो blunder करेगा, तो फिर बात अलग है.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
नहीं,
Let's
तो फिर
go.
बात अलग है.
The Queen f7 check and Rook g7, and Pragg has basically won the Queen.
Through a pin, simple pin
Amruta,
idea.
look at Black has 3 minor pieces for the Queen.
नहीं, एक जाएगा.
कैसे?
Look, they're all disconnected from each other.
Yeah, I think there's no way. Oh, he resigned!
You're talking about 3 pieces and all that. But look at the quality of the pieces. Rook g7, just for example, this piece goes back. You take
तो
it.
इधर फटाफट गेम हो रहा है एकदम. रुको दिखाओ मजा, अभी बोर्ड नहीं है. Wow. Pragg with a win. He started with a draw against Aravindh, but now a win against Shamsiddin. And Vokhidov has had a tough start. He lost his first round to Nodirbek Abdusattorov and now to Pragg. So he's on 0 points. But Amruta, you are showing some lines. Can you show us?
हाँ, ये क्या है? इधर ही तो है. Bishop Rook g7 को suppose the bishop goes back and you just take the queen. You win this
So
knight
essentially
also.
you are saying that there is no way here after Rook g7 to save the bishop and the knight. One of them is going to fall.
Absolutely, it's disconnected. And guys, all of you have started playing chess. Many times you will find such positions where you have to find a move white to play and it's a pin. तो ये बाद में तो एकदम आराम से आता ही है. When you will reach 2700 कभी by chance at all in case. थोड़ा motivate किया finally. हमेशा रोस्ट किया हुआ है ना. So bishop e6 takes queen h7 and then you have another potential queen here which looks like nobody can stop that. So
That seems like Amruta here.
अरे potential queen
Yeah.
अभी नहीं हूँ. बेचारा सागर एकदम ही स्पीचलेस हो गया. क्या बोलूं मैं.
नहीं बराबर बोला तुमने.
टेंशन मत ले. चलो लेट्स गो टू next
Let's
game which
update
the
the
chat
chess
wants.
box, Amruta. Let's update the chess box with these 2 results.
World
Arjun
number 5. Oh,
had,
Pragg has
very
Pragg is now world number 5.
draw against
Rating कितना हुआ उसका exactly guys as of now?
while Pragg.
So now we have Arjun, Pragg, Gukesh, Arvind. SI. Okay, got it.
Pragg won in just
Oh, by the way, one from Delhi who is around 2000 rated. Yakubboev's books are very good for you at this moment.
yeah. Also, I will
Very
tell
good.
you one small trick that can be very helpful. It there you won't have to. By the way, Amruta, clock has stopped. I don't know why. They have not even reached move 40. Should we just zoom in? 16 minutes or 6 minutes, no, for Nodirbek? Or what
Oh,
is-
6 minutes and 14 minutes for Arvind. So
Oh my
Arvind's
God.
time is correct, but I think Yakubov's time over here is wrong. Oh yeah, Pragg's rating is 2777.
What?
Gukesh is 2776.
Oh my God, Pragg over to Gukesh.
Yes, he's world number 5 in
Wow,
live rating today.
can't believe
Oh,
it.
but has Pragg reached top 5?
First time
time?
ever in his life.
First time, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Pragg OP guys in the chat. Ho jaye. This is amazing.
प्रग ने
To
हौले
reach
हौले
top-
हौले हौले ऊपर गया है दोस्तों. हौले हौले हो जाएगा वर्ल्ड नंबर 5. हौले हौले हो जाएगा वर्ल्ड नंबर 5.
Climbing the ladder. Awesome.
प्रज्ञानंदा का क्या ही बात करें हम लोग.
हाँ.
It's too good.
Crazy. And
धीरे धीरे बढ़ा.
हाँ, slow and steady. Like the steadiness which Pragg has shown is something to learn from. कितना amazing journeys है ना for all our top Indian youngsters. They're all of them. The journey is very different in a way.
Actually,
interesting.
now I'm
Everything is possible.
excited for these candidates, guys. सच बोलूं तो ये candidates जब होगा जहाँ पे भी, I hope India में हो, but if it happens wherever,
No, India is
imagine
difficult.
Pragg, Arjun, Arvind, and like 3 Indians. We had 3 last time, but now they are like world's best players, so like they will be the favorites to win it.
Favorite? No, but imagine if there is Nakamura, Fabi, like of course.
I mean, I
favorite
would
in the
now rate them equally as them.
100%.
Yeah. So,
I mean, we will rate them equally.
and in the
It
next
depends on-
1 year, when the candidates will be held, I think they'll get even stronger.
Oh yeah, that's another point.
हाँ,
So
Polly
cool.
Walnuts like अडानी जी से बोल के अब sponsorship बढ़वाना पड़ेगा. Well, I guess there are a lot of people who have supported Pragg in his journey to reach here, world number 5. I remember Ramco was a big supporter for Pragg for all these years. And now also Adani is helping him. So I guess it's been a great achievement. Amruta, I have updated the chat chess moves there. Chess box here. Up there, Arjun had a solid draw against Maghsoodloo, while Pragg won in just 33 moves against Shamsiddin.
But you were also sharing about the one trick for the.
Yeah, one trick
Wait,
for
2000
someone who's 2000 which can be very useful is just take the games of any good player. I think, let's say you choose someone positional if you want, then look at some positional players. Just type, there are some great players who are positionally strong. I would say Smyslov, Rubinstein, Capablanca. These are old ones, or Magnus. There's also, for example, I mean, so many.
Sagar Shah?
With it.
No?
No, with it. And then, if you are tactical, you choose Kasparov and all of them. And the thing is, you take a game, you load it on your computer, and if you have chess base, I always I used to use it. It was very useful because there was a specific feature in that which I used to love, but you can use it with a book as well. Imagine that this is the game. I'll try to load it just so that you know that this method is useful. Suppose this is the game that you have. Then there is something called as here training. So replay training, and then there is this button here. So what happens is that you are looking at this game without seeing the notation. So like if you are looking at it from white side, Now the next move, what I used to do, let's say if it's black to move now, I would write down black's move. If black was Rubinstein or black was Kasparov, I used to do it with slow games, which I loved it. So I would write down like my move, rook a b8, and then I would play the next move. It was rook f e8, so I would say it doesn't match. And then white's move, I would make bishop e3. Again, I would think like black, and in the full game, I would do like, okay, rook a b8 now is my move. And actually it was played in the game. Would make the next move, then I would think, so I would be like this move. So in the full game, 30 moves, how many moves matches with the top player?
Amazing.
Okay, going back now to the Arvind game, because he's the only Indian playing. And
Why
Arvind is in
Arjun के लिए draw हो गया.
Amruta, are you suffering from short-term memory loss? Because we saw Arjun's game, we saw
But we didn't see.
repetition.
Oh, yeah. Just recollected. नहीं असं नका येऊ, but overall I got it. I completely, it was a missed part. Remember it.
Superman says, Sagar bhai, replay training does not show the best engine move, though I have Stockfish 17, it still shows some other engine move. I have contacted ChessBase and they said not. Actually, they use a slightly weaker engine perhaps for replay training. So maybe most of the times it works, but maybe in some complex positions it may not. By the way, King C2 played, Amruta. This game is getting super sharp, and Arvind generally outplays his opponents in such sharp positions.
Absolutely. Actually, Sagar, this position looks like the knight. If black is not careful, then the knight on b2 can be in trouble. That is one thing.
But now there is one move to make sure. Yes, that was the move that I was talking about. F5 played here by Yakubboev, and he is pushing Arvind back. But now, guys, we are on move 24, so 16 moves to make, and Yakubboev has only 2 minutes on hand. So time could play an essential factor here.
Is it not like bishop f5, king f5, rook b2, king b2? Check.
Amruta is like take.
It's fine. Check and bishop f6 then. Takes, king takes.
How about a check first, Amruta, here?
Ooh,
is that a brutal check?
Yeah, very. Lost king c3, bishop f6.
Yes, maybe that's the problem, no? So f5, maybe not take here. Actually, Arvind in big trouble, because if he takes on b2 here, I have fe.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should start with fe, I think.
No, this is
attacking the knight, threatening a check, moving the bishop here. It's a huge problem for Arvind. Uzbekistan number 4, going tough for India number 4. Which this one? Is Uzbek number 4 already, or he was number 3, right? Yakubboev. Because you have Sindarov and Nodirbek Abdusattorov. Who's number 3 then? If he's number 4. अमृता के बादाम के लिए 40 रुपए. पॉली वॉलनट, थैंक यू सो मच. Oh, Superman says, Sagar bhai, the thing about replay training. Oh, 1 minute. Superman, thank you. You seem to have great knowledge about. Rustam Kazimjanov could be number 3.
Oh, yeah, Abhishek does mention that.
Amruta, knight g5 check on the board. Great move by
I was looking
Arvind.
at it actually, but I thought it's a trouble. Maybe not as much, yeah?
He takes, bishop takes, and now the point is, if you take on e4, I can take on b2. I still can't take on d8 because of bishop d3 intermezzo check and taking on d8. b1, sorry. King c3, I have knight a4, and then b1 hangs. So that's the reason why bishop takes g5. Now, very important here for black not to take on, I mean, it could take on e4, but the other move which is strongest is knight a4, Amruta. How easy is it to find such a move? It's so difficult, right?
Knight a4, yeah, very difficult.
And maybe the point is, if you take on d8, he wants to simply take back, because now the bishop can no longer remain on this diagonal, has to move back. Then I give a check, and suddenly you don't have this square. You go here,
But then see, no, wait.
and now I was thinking take and check, or you can
No,
start
D3
with
check, rook F3. Okay, takes.
take. I can take on A4, or I can, as you take on B1, then check here, king goes back.
But why not rook D3
So it's
check?
just winning endgame, no, Amruta, this one. Like, I just
Better to get a knight. Yeah.
pawn up, yeah. Also here, maybe A2 is hanging. If king B2, knight E4 is just game over. F2 also falls. You can't take and go into pawn endgame, you're just losing. So in a way, Amruta, here, after rook B1, bishop F3, bishop D3 is winning. So, oh my god, if he finds knight A4, it would be huge. Oh, he's going to play it. He's playing it, guys. Knight A4 is coming up.
By the way, Yakubboev had won a very important tournament actually once.
Qatar, right?
Oh, that was Qatar, yeah? Yeah, absolutely. It was never Tata Steel.
There is only 30 seconds left.
What? And 14 moves?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very difficult for Black.
But
He finds it!
He finds knight A4, hats off.
But still, with 30 seconds, very
What
difficult.
a move by Yakubboev. Beautiful move, beautiful chess. So the thing is, this bishop is hanging. There is one thing that you can do, Amruta, which is to take, and then play bishop d3, because now the rook is no longer here, but in comes rook b2. It just feels like all of black pieces are covering super important squares. And this is the most beautiful variation. Taking the rook, just taking here and just like exchange down. But
Hey, can I go bishop c6, bishop d3 check,
Yeah.
king b3,
yeah,
bishop b1, bishop a4, let's say, or maybe bishop a4, because c5 is also attacked, b1 is also attacked.
maybe this is the best way to play.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is-
maybe. I don't know.
okay, but then if this is the way, then 11 minutes for Arvind.
Yeah.
That's actually a good chance to really put pressure
True.
and hold this.
True.
क्या बात है? Great. Aravind says, Bhaiya, please make a chess course on YouTube for beginner chess players. I'll suggest to Sagar for sure. Guys, all of you joined late today. Today, Pragg had a nice game. He won against Vokhidov, Shamsiddin, and he's now in the live rating list. He is India number 5. For the first time, Pragg has entered world top 5. So, Pragg OP हो जाए chat में. Arjun's game has ended in a draw. Maybe that is already in the chess box written here. And while Arvind is thinking, this is move number 26. They do get 30 minutes extra after the 40 moves are over. So 14 moves to make. Arvind is thinking here, he should take this rook on d8. That's one thing which we just saw. Another one can be to take on f5, bishop f5, king f5, and then bishop d8 with the same thing, rook takes d8, and to go into rook versus two pieces. So this looks a bit of a line where you are attacking a7 and g7. The bishop is light square, so of course it cannot defend, but it can even pick up the a2 pawn. What if rook a7? This is attacked, this is attacked. Ooh. So they'll have to assess this. And oh, what a move, guys. Black to play. Amazing move. If this is what, you calculate and you find it for black, then you will reject this variation for white. But if you don't find the next move for black, you will be seriously thinking of such a line as well, because it can lead to very drawish possibilities. तो क्या है move black से? Find a best move, Mr. Sagar Shah.
Wow, tough one.
Did you find it?
Rook b8.
And no, not the best. Because with rook b8, this king goes. Now this is attacked. Now when you move this, this is attacked. This is pinned. Bishop b3, rook g7, and fighting. If you go h5, then...
No, let's go back.
Okay. Wow, we have Vishant, Kaushik, VNR, Shlok, Firdous, Astro.
Guys, you found it before me.
Vishwabandhu, but Dad asked them before you.
c4.
Yes, c4 is a great idea. You can't take here because of bishop b3 and double check. So pawn ko push karo jaldi se.
g7.
And now if you take this, it's gonna be a little too slow. The king is
c3.
more like a mating net kind of a thing. Yeah. Let's c3. So yeah, if Sagar, so the thing is, in Arvind's calculation, if he misses the move c4, then he would be looking at such a variation. But if he doesn't miss the move c4, I think firstly you will want to give it a last priority to go into a rook versus two pieces endgame in general.
But how are we reaching this? Can we just see? Like
Bishop f5 check first. King f5.
Yeah.
Bishop d8.
Yeah.
Rook d8.
Hmm.
Rook b7.
Ah.
This is how. Okay, 7 minutes to Arvind. Arvind also using all his time, and it is an important position, so maybe not a bad idea, but he's about to play. Sagar, can we go full screen?
Full stress moment, guys.
ये थोड़ा odd है ना, board को center में.
वो अभी सेंटर में है. अरे बट अरविंद ज्यादा आगे आता है ना. अमृता बैठ जाओ. ठीक है. Okay. Guys, Arvind Chithambaram has 6 minutes 34 seconds in this super complex position. Like the bishop is hanging, the rook is hanging, these two rooks are looking opposite each other, the knight suddenly moved back, and everyone's like, what the hell is happening? But the most important thing that's happening here is the fact that this bishop does not have squares on this diagonal, the light squared bishop for white, which means that if it moves away, the black bishop takes its squares and then makes a skewer on this diagonal. So this is huge now, right now. And Arvind, you can see him visibly distressed. Amruta.
Yeah, Peter says Nodirbek has only 54 seconds. That's what he's saying. But, you know, if he's in good form, because he's finding some amazing moves, even in less time. So sometimes it may not really matter. Actually, that's what Arvind is also trying, right? How the less time can matter. How to put this kind of a...
Arvind is seeing which is the trickiest line here for his opponent, where there might be a lot of tricks, so that less time will kind of take him in the wrong direction. But
that's resourcefulness, guys.
I also feel, Amruta, that somehow the position has, like, this was such a key move that now the rest is kind of straightforward because this bishop is attacked. It has to move. Once the bishop moves, check comes in. If you take here, I take here.
No. But
If
the
you take
double,
here,
but the rook versus two bishops wala thing hai. Do you think Yakubboev would have calculated all the c4 and all?
it's easy, no?
It's at the end of it, yeah, he will find it. Maybe the variation where we landed.
Oh, he took on d8.
Okay, so then we don't have bishop f5 because now if bishop f5, king f5, this changes. No, it doesn't change. Same thing, no? Rook b7. So there's still a possibility.
He played your move, bishop c6, Amruta.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that much better practically. Let's see.
King b3.
But did we miss something? Oh, yes.
No, now
There was an intermezzo, Sagar. We missed
either we
it.
want to take on b1 with the bishop or we want to give a check with the rook. We didn't see the check with the rook.
But that is the best way because if he takes the rook, then Aravind is like out of his troubles. I mean, at least a big trouble. You're out of the big trouble.
Because after bishop b1, maybe just king a4, right? And then c5. Oh,
Yes.
No. It's winning bishop a2.
तो
Okay.
क्या देखा था अपन ने? We had seen
Maybe
something
here
like
bishop
this.
a4, Amruta.
हाँ.
And now
Correct.
this and this both are hanging. So even though here I think black still has some edge, maybe with rook d2, but it's not too much.
Yeah, and white looks like the best chance for white to fight.
So actually, if bishop b1, there is bishop a4, but you can force him to take here with the king on a4, and then rook b1.
Still rook takes c5.
You have to take on c5 because if you take here, you are in the lost endgame.
Yes, 100%. Oh, he played rook b8. He finds it.
Yeah, he
Oh.
finds it, and king a4 on the board now.
With
And
very less time, in fact, he finds
Yakubboev
it.
has a choice between bishop takes b1 and rook takes b1. In both cases, Arvind's answer is rook takes c5, I believe.
Yeah, 52 seconds for Yakubboev and this is move number 30th. So he has to make 10 moves. But 30 seconds increment, Sagar looks really great after we've seen Norway and everything.
True.
30 seconds is at least you don't make obvious blunders.
He takes with the rook, Amruta.
Okay, now rook takes c5 has to be played. He plays that. But Yakubboev has calculated, it seems.
Yeah, 9 more moves to make until players get 30 extra minutes on the clock. The material is even, but this last move,
Rook b2 and
it's a mistake, yes?
yes, it was very important for Yakubboev to play this move king d6 and attack this and this because if you go rook c3, then you go wow. Okay, you can't calculate it in less time as
I mean,
such,
the threat point is take. But
Yeah,
this could
rook
also
end game
be,
is a little
this
bit.
should be also drawish.
You don't want to get into a
Maybe.
rook end game.
But,
But also there was rook d5 check for king d6. Anyway.
bishop d5 check, Arvind finds it and he wants to now protect this pawn. So let's say I go king d6 attacking the...
Rook a5?
Yeah, rook a5, great move. And then if you take on f2, I take on a7.
No, d5 marega.
Yeah, king d5.
Pehle pe just bishop b3, safe.
But then h2 is hanging.
Arey, haan re.
Guys, this is not
no.
easy.
Oh,
Actually,
rook f to h4 first. Because you don't have rook g2 or rook f3 to attack the g3 guy. He will have to go rook f1 then.
yeah,
Okay,
take...
h4, rook f1, let's say.
Also, Amruta, this move not to be underestimated. Bishop takes bishop, check, take the rook, take it.
Oh, king pawn endgame. Don't miss that.
So Amruta, rook f5
Tricky,
played here,
yes.
rook f2, but the best move here for white is the very beautiful move bishop g8 attacking here.
But what if rook h2? I'm defending the h7 pawn.
Yeah. Now rook d5 and I win your bishop.
अच्छा, अरे यार miss कर दिया tactics. Do you think Arvind will find it? Like, I mean, of course, these are not difficult tactics. Just that
Pressure
with
is
all
high.
the pressure.
Pressure is high. Meanwhile, guys, 27, 19, 100. We are close to hitting. Rook takes f2 played.
1,500 people watching this, Sagar.
क्या बात है?
If we reach 2720 subscribers,
Yes.
The rating will also be equal to what with its rating is 2720.
Bishop G8, Amruta.
Oh, he doesn't find it. He goes
No?
bishop e3. But the same idea. You can't take on h2. Rook d5 check aa raha hai.
Yes, this is
Okay,
hanging.
maybe bishop e4 now. Hey, what if a6 rook d5 check हो रहा है ना? Sorry, bishop e4 खेलना पड़ेगा
This
ना?
is a massive threat here to win the piece, so black cannot take here. Amruta suggesting go back, but then rook a7, rook takes h2, rook g7 is a draw.
Nice. Still 6 move says Peter Kavana, and Dhruv says love from Asset UL. Arre, yeah, exactly. क्या बात है? Amazing.
He played a move, king e7 played Amruta. Very nice move by Nodirbek. He's fighting for the full point. You know how? He's saying, I'll go here and I'll keep my king protected all the pawns. If I can win one of your pawns, I will have 3 versus 1 where I can seriously start pushing and pressing. Meanwhile, your pawn, even though it's a very strong passer, it will take a lot of time to get moving. So very big idea by Nodirbek Yakubboev. He's actually played a gem of a game, I must say.
Yeah, that's kind of very precise for the less time and the pressure, and also against Arvind, who has been in excellent form
Yeah.
in the last many tournaments, entering the world top 10 as well.
Yes, guys. Do you think Arvind will be able to hold this game, or do you think that Yakubboev will convert? Right now, it's not a decisive advantage, but it could very well become one. What are your thoughts? Amruta, what is the chat feeling?
Yeah, I'm just reading. They are no looks difficult, says Polly. Arvind will hold, says Udit. Arvind can draw, says Sana. Hoping for that he can hold. Arvind can hold his game. Let's go. No way. Will hold. पोल करना पड़ेगा सागर.
मुझे लगता है Amruta, to tell you the truth, I don't see this as a very easy position to hold, because look at this. Let's make a few moves.
Oh,
Rook
but
check.
wait a second. Samlin says this scenario happened in Stephen Avagyan as well. Arvind bounced back there. He will do it now as well. Check diya, king g6.
Yeah, look at this. King g6, and then I move my king to make pawn move forward, and I take on h2.
Maybe this will enter in rook bishop versus rook kind of a scenario for Yakubboev.
That would be a great scenario. It's the draw.
Yeah. I'm guessing a draw.
I have my doubts here, guys.
Draw. But at least in the chat, I would say 75% is thinking that Arvind will somehow bounce back.
And Sindarov Nodirbek is now drawn, Amruta. The update is that this is the
Oh.
only game going on.
All the games are over. Other 4 games, only one decisive game happened. That was Praggnanandhaa beating Vokhidov Shamsiddin. Arvind looks tired, says Polly. But Arvind actually has been playing back-to-back tournaments.
Yeah, he also played in this German Bundesliga or something where he lost 10 ELO points because he lost to a 2300 rated player.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't also seem very happy with his...
Yeah, his position does look a bit shaky.
Maybe.
Talking about shaky, Amruta, I remember that you have a very favorite song these days that has Shaky Shaky.
Yeah, that's a
And the
Marathi song. Yes, absolutely. It's a nice one. I mean, it's...
How does that song go?
I told you to go in London and to dance.
Can
and
you
to
sing for our viewers?
No, I'm so bad at lyrics and all that. I can only hear. तुम्हारे जैसे नहीं, एक बार सुना तो फिर आ जाता है गाना. Oh, maybe, yeah. What are we doing? Okay, but we
Can't find plan for white. Black plan looks easy. Yes, Kaushik, you are right. Black's plan is take the pawn, go after g3 pawn, and then start pushing the pawns. Meanwhile, for white, maybe king b4, a4. Let's say king b4, rook h2, a4. Just start as soon as possible. Let's say rook g2, a5, rook g3, a6. And then, as Amruta had said, this, and now you have 3 pawns versus the bishop. I think black has all the chances here as well to push g6, h5, h4, h3.
but gives good chances for white as well to create some complications.
Yeah, maybe.
RMKD says, hi team, love the work you do for Indian chess.
7.
It's inspiring to see how much the community has grown. I recently came across a unique site. Okay, voice chess. Interesting. Sanju Rathod is the singer there, by the way, guys, who wanted to know. Rook d7, bishop e4. Arey, there's a, Arvind, because he has been bouncing back.
The only move.
Kabhi? Abhi?
Now, king b4.
Bataya kyun? I was thinking about.
Arvind has to play this move. King b4, guys. Let's see if he's up to the task now. Nodirbek asking him strong questions.
What if rook takes h2 then? You start with a pawn.
Yeah, we have to push.
And why not king b5? I mean, I know it's on the light square,
yes,
but is it very different?
Takes
a4, rook b2. Okay, obvious.
No, rook here, a5.
Nee, why not
and
rook
then
b2?
This is a tempo I would win. If my king was here, perhaps I would have pushed a6.
You were winning a piece kind of a thing. Rook b2, a5 is not happening.
Also possible.
Okay. Minutes 30 seconds for Arvind here, and Nodirbek in the meantime actually has managed to gain some time and reach 1 minute 31 seconds, which is not really a time pressure anymore actually. So the time actually is wrong, maybe 10 seconds. No, Arvind is actually down to 6-5, 4, 3. Oh my god. Because of the king on a4, we can't really see the time, but I'm sure like he's not lost on time for sure. तो इतना cool तो नहीं रहेगा अभी. Maybe 1 minute 15 seconds or what? He has 1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute 14, 12. Time is wrong, guys. Yeah, but if Arvind plays king b4, that would be his best chance to fight over there, because the position is pretty tough there with this rook. Oh, great. Wonderful. Arvind finds the best move. As we say, whichever position you are, how much ever in trouble, but keep finding the best moves. King b4, rook takes h2 played. And there you start with a4. So, what he's done is to keep his king near the bishop on the dark square, nothing to worry about the checks, and also taking care of the pins here. The pawn is, we are going to reach the rook and bishop versus, I guess, rook and 3 pawns. 39th move for Nodirbek. He goes rook b2, pins here, threatening bishop c2 because there's no rook d3 now. But white has to stop bishop c2 with the move rook c7. That should be good enough. This is 40th move for Arvind, guys. The last time pressure move, iske baad they will get 30 minutes each. Both of them will get 30 minutes extra on the clock. Rook c7 is important, or if not, the engine also suggests rook e7 because for bishop c2, here you have to go rook e3, and luckily this endgame, king pawn endgame, is not lost because you can make the square over here and understand this. Oops, black king is too far away from controlling the queening square, the rule of square, and that's why white would be winning in that case. So after rook b2, Arvind either has to find rook e7 or rook c7. If he doesn't, that would be a big trouble. So yeah, 40 seconds for him on the clock, and last time pressure move. Let's go, Arvind, come on. King a3 doesn't work. Oh yes, he finds rook e7. Nicely done. 40 moves are done for Arvind, but last move for Yakubboev. He has 1 minute 46 seconds, good enough time where he doesn't need to blunder. Most probably he will go king f6, attacking the rook. But then there is a check over here. In any case, oh yeah, king f6 has happened on the board, and Arvind will have to decide whether he wants to give this check or not. But he has 30 minutes now. Guys, Arvind gets 30 minutes on the clock, both of them in fact. So they can play some quality endgame. Yeah, so 40 moves are done. And over here, I think somebody had mentioned about king a3 attacking the rook over here. But then the rook is happy to go back, and a5, even if you get that, at the end of it, you win this pawn, and eventually the 3 pawns will be strong. So king f6, Arvind should take time. You know why? Because if we go over here, welcome back here, guys. If we go to the main screen, for this rook e6 check to keep the rook on e8, or to give this check, these are the options. Most natural being rook e6, though the king is coming forward towards the isolated g pawn. But if you say that, okay, I don't want to call him over here to g5 and let me just keep my rook on e8, the problem is the bishop will attack the b3 bishop. There is a pin here. This time when you go rook e3, rook b3 check, rook b3, bishop b3, king b3, and the king comes to e6. And now look at this rule of square which we were talking about. This king is already there. It will stop the pawn and 2 extra pawns. So a very winning king pawn endgame. Very nicely understood by Yakubboev that the king is getting closer to this passer for such king pawn endgame ideas as well. So yeah, he gives a check. He gives rook e6 check. Nicely done there. It was an important move. Okay, अभी obviously king g5 only move, guys. नहीं तो हो जाएगा. It's the time to discode. All the beginners, at least 10 beginners तो रहेंगे. What should white play? These are the kind of puzzles which you solve when you start playing chess. Of course, Yakubboev has gone king g5, but white to play. क्या करोगे यहाँ पे? अरे hello Srishti, how are you? Yes, Samkit. K.A. Vishwanath. Peter. Sahil. Suchismata. Smita. Okay. Nice. Rook e4 check and you would lose a piece there. But the question is, if rook b3 check, the piece which is giving a check, once again, in the end, was very important to understand that the king is not in the square and that's why you are quitting. Okay, so king g5 played and Arvind is like, yeah, I don't need 30 minutes extra. Oh my god, a big blunder. Rook e5. The only move in this position, guys, we'll come back to that, but rook e5 is a big blunder. Why? Oh, simply bishop c2. Because maybe this time when you go rook e3. Oh, Arvind has missed here. One important move he has missed here. Arey yaar. Black to play. Guys, what has Arvind missed? If we reach such a position, which I believe we will, and if Yakubboev finds the move from black, then black would be winning. Black to player. But wait a second, I'm not sure. This is about the time pressure as well. Normally, from 37, 38, 39, these 3-4 moves. And once 40 moves are done, there also we see basically mostly 41 or 42nd move. We've seen mistakes number of times. It's not uncommon at all. Yes. All those who have found F4, Sahil, Peter, Kaushik, Playmaker, Raj Subra, Satvik. F4 is an important intermediary move. If you take on F4, King F4, the rook is attacked. You have to be on the third file. If you go rook C3, attacking this. Now once again, you see this square. Takes, and the king goes to E5. And the king is in the square. So you get this, rook E3. If F4 is played right now, then it's over, guys. I think Arvind will be resigning very soon. Critical moment here. Yeah. Main problem is with F4, the king is coming closer. And white is not getting any time to improve, yeah? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, this one is a bit, Oh, he finds it. And this one, look at Arvind's expression. He realizes what just happened. He realizes it was a very big miss. Because it's so forcing that now there is, nothing left here, literally. You can't take this. It is absolutely over with the forcing thing. Kuch bhi nahi hai if you take here. If you go directly a move like rook c3 for that matter, then also at the end of it, you don't need the king to be in the square because this time this pawn is faster. Your king is not in the square. So yahan pe bhi it doesn't work. And let's say if you give a check, for example, still the king goes here. This is hanging. No time. So f4 is basically brings the position as good as resign over here. A very big miss there by Arvind after the time pressure. He needed to play. That's the reason now that when we go back over here, it was important to go back rook e7 and to keep this under attack. And if now bishop c2, not rook e3, guys, not rook e3. This was critical. Here it was critical that, wow, may not be so easy, but here it was critical. King c3. Look at this beautiful move. Beautiful move. You've attacked this. If rook b3 check, Then there is king c2. And if you go rook g3, then rook g7 check. Maybe I should show it on the main screen so that it's a big board there. Rook g3 check. The rule of square is coming into play again and again and again. King f4, rook takes g3, king takes g3, then there is a5 and then there is a raise. But eventually, if you talk about such a position, f2, a1 queen, f1 queen, even in such a position, check and you're winning the pawn, which really helps. It's a complete draw. By the way, Arvind has played rook c3, but he knows that he is lost. So going back to our analysis, rook e7 was very critical, but because of this move, king c3 as well. You don't have time to take this because you would lose this. Oh my goodness, this was a big miss. But tell me something, even if he went rook e5 here, like in the game, bishop c2, what if king c3? But this time, with this check, king c2, rook g3, the problem is you don't have rook g7 check, and that's why the rook was critical to be on e7. ये miss हो गया guys, ये miss हो गया with king g5. He just had to take a moment. I think Arvind played very quickly. He took how much time? Wow, he didn't even take 30 seconds. It was a very quick move. And this is happening here. gf4. Yeah, resign there. Arvind loses this. Yakubboev is... Yeah, Yakubboev was really playing well. He was actually very alert. It's not easy to beat Arvind with the black pieces. The kind of form he has been since the past tournament. So, a big boost for Nodirbek Yakubboev. It was only the second round. Today we have already 2 decisive games and 3 draws. Pragg beats Shamsiddin Vokhidov. Sindarov versus Abdusattorov ended in a draw. Nepo versus Rapport ended in a draw. Arjun versus Maghsoodloo ended in a draw. And Arvind lost to Nodirbek Yakubboev. Very nice, they're analyzing here, but it does seem like Arvind is tired and maybe a good rest today should help him for tomorrow. He'll be black. I would let you know the pairings for tomorrow, third round. Oh, we still don't have it. Yeah, we are right now. Okay, not yet updated. Oops. Yeah. So there you go, guys. It's done. What's now? What's up now? All the games are over. We'll be ending the stream at 7:35 p.m. Time for dinner and a good day there. Make it productive. Go for some exercise. Have a good time there. कल मिलते हैं शाम को 5:30 around. Today we also tried some training. Sagar was calculating and not looking at the engine also. So मजा आया. Hope to do that tomorrow also. Played badminton today, says Shrishti. Arey, amazing. That's I think Sagar loves badminton. He's very good at it. In fact, before chess he used to play badminton. मजा करो guys. चलो, see you later. Live ranking में Arjun is currently India number 1. Pragg is India number 2 in the live rating. It's a big news today. Pragg OP हो जाए. And yeah, that is the change which happened today. Round 3 pairings, I don't have it here, but let me try to see. It is not there on leeches yet updated. Oh yes, Srishti, thanks for reminding. Arey. It has been a chaos. I'll thank you for reminding. I'll make sure look into it just today itself. Thanks a lot. Okay guys, we'll look at the pairings tomorrow, but abhi ke liye tada bye bye.